We'd like to begin by acknowledging the traditional owners of the land on which this project is created, the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation. We'd also like to pay our respects to elders past, present, and emerging.
Settle down and gather round for another tale. In the world of Nua, where time has carved and cultivated a magical utopia of wonder, a small group of adventurers unlock the deep mysteries of the land, its people, and themselves. Welcome to the Down Under Dungeon podcast.
Dear Merle, as we made our way through Belial's covered keep to try and rescue Lysandra's dad, you were the last person, or turtle, that I thought we would encounter. You followed the Phoenix here exactly like I did, except, I suppose in my case, you were the one calling me here. I can't believe we have reached the end of our journey. It feels somewhat bittersweet. We have all done so much together in such a short amount of time, especially in the grand scale of things. Denny, who only joined us like 2 months ago, has become a big part of the team. I was worried this would all be too much for him. I found myself at this moment asking what motivates the chef, what he truly wants, but perhaps he is unburdened by such things. I might be a little jealous of him in that regard. His simplicity gives him clarity, and he seems so sure of the actions he has taken along the way. I could feel the inner conflict of both Lysandra and Louis tightening as we delve deeper into this quest. Lysandra for obvious reasons, as she yearns to free her father and take down Lord Belial, seemingly above all else. But it seems she will have to choose for herself in the end, as it was revealed Belial was using the visage of Duma to draw her here. Now, face to face with the Shadow Lord, all we have to do is survive. Louis' emotions are a little bit more complicated. She has told us she doesn't think she will get out of this alive, even though she's already dead. It seems her position may be something I will never understand. I just hope we get the chance to say a proper goodbye when the time comes, or maybe that would make it worse. I cannot say. It's something I might have to get used to though, being comfortable in the grey areas of this world, as you yourself have shown me, now having passed the flame of the eternal phoenix to me. I must help the world as it is, not as I wish it to be. Like you said, it is time for me to be the light, to be the phoenix. Let's do this.
I've been feeling sick about this all week. I've genuinely been dreading this.
I don't know if I've fully processed everything that I was told, so...
No.
Like, is Feng a phoenix? I don't know.
Has Feng always been a phoenix? That's the art.
The real phoenix is the friends we made along the way.
Don't do that to me. Don't do that to my world building.
Yes, that was a slight against you, Emerson.
Yeah.
Specifically you.
Well, gang, there is no time like the present, but I do have one final gift for you and the audience. Of course, you have it leveled up for technically pulling off the heist.
Yes.
It's not our fault that the heist didn't want to be heisted.
Yes. It was a trap.
Yeah. So let's go around the table, let everyone know what you have taken, and roll your hit dice for everyone.
So Feng obviously took a level of cleric, specifically the light subclass. I still get to roll a d8. So Feng goes from 55 hit points to 62. But unfortunately, Promi stays at 40 hit points because I've taken the level in cleric.
Oh, watch him die now.
Lysandra is taking a 3rd level in Warlock with Pact of the Blade. She gets to roll a d8 for her hit points. So she currently has 56 with a 4 on the dice and a 1 for her constitution, brings it to a 61.
Denny is taking his 5th level in Artificer. He gets to roll another d8, which brings his total hit points up to 69.
Oh, God.
And he also gets the feature Alchemical Savant, which just means that whenever he uses his cooking materials to cast a spell, he gains a +5 bonus to one roll of said spell. That roll must either restore hit points or be a damage roll that deals acid, fire, necrotic, or poison. And yeah, it equals +5, the intelligence modifier.
Sick.
Louis has taken an 8th level in Bard, so she will be rolling a d8. So that's a 1.
We get to reroll ones once.
Oh, cool. Yes, I will reroll that then. Thank you. That's a 7. That's better. So +1 for my constitution is 8. So I am up to 59.
Hey.
Nice.
Well, when we last left the Wellspringers, they were in the depths of the covered keep in Belial's throne room. The figure of Duma had disapparated with the illusion, revealing the Shadow Lord himself. You see the old, diminished form of this seemingly inconspicuous man welcomes you all. But Lysandra, he has eyes specifically set on you, and he says to you as you step forward, "Ah, my dear daughter, how I hate for you to see me like this, but as always, all things come to a close, sooner or later. That is the way of the world, as your druid friend would have taught you."
Why lie? Why did you lie?
You see Belial doesn't drop his smile as he says to you, "And what lie would that be, exactly? I said to you before that you were endowed with glorious purpose, and I meant that. True, you may not see the full picture before you, but I am still shackled here, and only you can save me." The Fae saw what wrath and ruin the destruction of the Cataclysm caused and decided to level Shadowfell again for our insolence. Just to persevere in a place they deemed too evil and beneath themselves. In truth, this worked to my advantage, as it showed to the Moon Elves the capriciousness of the Fae and how they had truly abandoned them, and only then would they have the capacity to revere another. Me. In truth, I had no intention of willingly joining the Concord Dawn. I was strong then, believing I could conquer Nua by the sword and not the parchment. But I had overinflated my ambition and power. There are deep magics to this realm, magics that I will not pretend to ever understand, for I am not of this place. The complicated tapestry of the weave acted as interference to my attempts to undo these actions of the Fae. For centuries, myself and the Moon Elves tried to remake the portal, but to no avail. You see, Lysandra, we require an anchor, a vessel of sorts that can bridge the gap between the realms. But a bridge cannot be built from one side alone, and so we were stuck. And you see in this moment, Belial stops looking at Lysandra over her shoulder to Louis. That is, until we uncovered a new development in the weave. Souls were somehow being blocked in the great cycle. As I said, I am not from this place, and only beings of the fundamental plane can make fundamental changes to it. This backlog kept many souls in Shadowfell, more than just those banished here for their wickedness. As a shadow sorcerer, I used their essence to enhance my own powers of arcane projection, coercion, and enchantment, even in the material world of Nua. I set out in the guise of a third-rate sorcerer to create my anchors. Throughout Nua, I admit I swindled and swooned many in pursuing an heir, one bound by both shadow and the material that makes it. Over the years, I observed many prospects, but none came to fruition, and soon I became dejected and jaded, believing that fate perhaps had a hand in deterring me from my goal. Belial turns back to you, Lysandra. But then, you grabbed the sword, and like a jolt, my dream was rekindled. And through you, my daughter, we can reforge the connection and liberate the Umbra Isles from their isolation.
While Lysandra and Belial are having their little powwow, Denny, with Pass Without Trace still up, is going to try and stealthily chug his potion of advantage.
You don't even have to stealthily doing it. You can do it out in the open. Belial does not care.
He knows what's about to go down. Fair enough.
Alright.
No point in hiding it.
Thing will drink his too.
We all cheers him.
Yeah, I think Louis, seeing that, takes the potion of advantage and the potion of resistance that she was given earlier as well.
I need you to roll a d10 for me, please, Louis.
Okay. 4.
You gain resistance to force damage.
Ooh,
Okay.
not bad.
Not bad.
Does he have it? Who knows?
If any running a wayward Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, that's true.
Lysandra's just going to pause for a moment. I now understand why my mother chose her freedom. Maybe it wasn't the freedom from just the witches, but the freedom from yourself, from the tyrannical rule that you so wish to have over this place. The people here, they don't deserve it. The people in Nua don't deserve whatever darkness you are going to spread.
You see, Belial looks at you, Lysandra says, "Is that true, Lysandra? You think there are none in Nua who deserves your wrath and ruin, who deserves your righteous justice? I thought we were trying not to lie to one another."
Yet you have been deceiving me this entire time.
To be honest, I had to test you. Should I from the start have told you who you were and your birthright, perhaps you wouldn't see the world as it is. Knowing that you might inherit this place might have changed your perspective from the very beginning. So really, I was saving you.
You did not save me. You did not open my eyes to the ways of this world.
Didn't I?
Everything else, all my other pain and suffering through the 24 years that I've been alive, that is what has opened my eyes. You just happened to come in at the opportune moment.
You mistake my deception for ambition. I'm finished, Lysandra, and when my power flows to you, you will become my unstoppable heir apparent. And it is you, not I, who will usher a new age in both Nua and the Umbra Isles. It is true you have experienced pain and loss. I have groomed you and your companions, enabling them to travel with you, giving you guidance and perspective that perhaps the rest of the world wouldn't have given you. That being said, your friends have served their purpose, guiding you in the way of how the world really works. But I fear they will hold you back now in the new world, diminish you from your vision, whatever you decide it to be. I know, no matter what exterior you put on, that you have the desire to save and to liberate, to endure, regardless of the cost. And had I been honest with you, do you really think you would be standing here now as the person you are?
Probably not, but these people here with me are the reason that I even made it here alive. So I owe them that. They are part of this journey, part of this mission.
You may make your promises, daughter, but I have made no such commitments. And you see, Belial stands more quickly and with unexpected assurance for a man with his form and frame. He clicks his fingers, and an enormous glaive, twice his size and wrought in black iron and gold filigree, bursts from black flames at his side. The weapon whirls and cuts through the air as if on its own accord, awaiting the will of the Shadow Lord. Let's see what you have learned, heir to the Umbra Isles. And I'm going to need everyone to roll initiative.
Here we go.
Maybe for the last time.
I'm scared. This is the last time.
I know it doesn't matter, but Denis rolled a nat 1.
Lysandra didn't get a nat 1, but it looked like a nat 1, but it's a 7.
Fang got a 10.
Louis also got a 10.
Alright, gang. On an initiative 19, that is the Shadow Lord Belial.
Oh, come on, Dad.
We're fucked.
He rolled higher than a 4?
Yeah, he rolled a 17, which was pretty respectable.
Okay, plus 2 to Dex, good to know.
Yes, no, that is higher than 4. Yes.
Shit. You see Belial is going to use his action to multi-attack. The Lord Belial makes 3 attacks using either the Shadow Bolt, Moonglaive, or a combination of both. One of the attacks can be replaced with spell casting up to a 3rd level.
Whoa.
Oh, shit.
Denny, for he definitely noticed you drinking those potions, and so he is going to cast a Crown of Madness on you.
I didn't even get a chance to stealth that.
Crown of Madness. One humanoid of your choice that you can see within range must succeed on a Wisdom saving throw. DC is 17. This is to be charmed, so I think you do have advantage on this.
That was the thing I was checking. Okay, DC 17 with advantage, and this is a Wisdom save, you say?
Correct.
mean, Georgia spoiled it, but it's a nat 20.
Nat 20. You see as Belial holds out his hand and these daggers of black fire appear around your head. Denny, you duck and cover under Lady Grelkin's pot and the daggers glance off.
As I'm doing that, can I quickly, throw my hand out to give him a finger?
You do, as you see two crackling bolts move around you, one at Feng and one at Louis. Feng, that hits you with a 27. Louis, does a 11 hit?
Just no, my AC is 13.
Louis, you are able to step out of the way. Feng, you are caught directly in the chest by one of these flaming black bolts.
It's so funny that the first thing that's ever missed Louis' armor class is the Shadow Lord.
Yeah, laugh it up. It's funny. Feng, you take 14 points of necrotic damage and 5 points of cold damage as this black flame engulfs you.
Luckily, the armor of Daybreak gives me resistance to necrotic damage, which I may have forgotten a few weeks ago, but I'm only going to take 7 of those, so 12 overall. And I'll allow concentration on Pass Without Trace to drop, because it doesn't matter right now.
Feng, you are up.
Okay, Feng on his turn is going to use his action to cast Aura of Life. Life-preserving energy radiates from you in an aura with a 30-foot radius. Until the spell ends, the aura moves with you, centered on you. Each non-hostile creature in the area, including you, has resistance to necrotic damage, and its hit point maximum can't be reduced. In addition, a non-hostile living creature regains 1 hit point when it starts its turn on 0 hit points. So hopefully no one has to make any death saving throws while this stays up.
Thing as you open up that aura, you see Belial snaps his attention to you and he's going to counterspell you using a 5th level slot.
It's okay, it's a 5th level spell slot he doesn't have anymore.
You see that this almost like new radiant kind of light starts to collect in the palm of Feng's hand, and as it starts to expand, I think, over his form, it almost like falters, and these shadows, I guess, like creep onto him, and he's like, "Fuck you, you idiot!" And he's just gonna get Promi to fly and attack him. Does a 14 hit?
Does not. You see Belial bats away Promi, looks at you, Feng, and says, "My dear Furbolg, Merle believes in my plight. Granted, maybe not the means through which I'm willing to achieve it, but not all have the luxury of determining the means of change. And in the land of shadow, death, and deception, what other tools do I have at my disposal?" On initiative count 10, that is you, Louis.
Louis is reflecting on the fact that she is the cause of the fact that this tyrant can do what he wants and has the power to, and so wants to try to take a second to see if she can soul tune or work out anything that she could possibly do to stop what she has done.
Yep, you can use your action to soul tune. Absolutely.
Okay. What check am I making? Is a wisdom saving throw?
It is a wisdom save, yes. Or you can make an insight check.
Oh, I would love to make an insight check. Oh. It's a 6 plus a 7 for a 13.
With a 13, Louis, you are trying to piece together, you thought this was Lysandra's quest, and now all of a sudden you feel this sinking feeling. You were a powerful creation bard in life, right? The docent of the city, preserving her community with your words and your performances. And with that 13, you start questioning yourself. Can you say, Louis, that you were nothing but noble in your life? Did you ever entertain a moment of selfishness? You did not want your life to end, especially with Susanna. And that's your action.
Having this moment of reflection and the potential of her innate selfish nature, Louis is going to look over to the most selfless person that she knows in this current party and look over at Denny, and is going to give him a bardic inspiration as she commands her dancing item as a part of that to launch for the Shadow Lord.
Go for it. Batting away, send all your pets after my dude.
So basically my dancing item, if I use a bardic inspiration, I can command it to move and do things, otherwise I have to use my full bonus action to do so. The little gargoyle that we've had chasing us around since last week, he's definitively one of those like baby-faced little ones that has like the teeny little wings. So he's kind of like, he has a fly speed of 30 feet, which is hovering. So he's just going to kind of like hover his way up and is going to force-empowered slam.
Hot.
He's just gonna punch him?
He's just going to punch him. He's going to line back his little baby fist and he's going to try to punch him in the nuts.
Go little gargoyle.
I'm imagining the gargoyles from Elden Ring, like the little stone gargoyles.
Guys.
God, I've never wanted anyone to crit more.
So this uses my spell attack modifier to hit. Thank you. It's a 15.
15. You see this little gargoyle like shrieks, runs over to Belial, and Belial just sidesteps and just careens straight past it.
They're just the distraction.
I wanted to use some legendary actions and none of you are hitting it. Okay. Lysandra, you're up.
So if I'm the heir to the Shadowfell, then I guess it's my duty to stop its tyrannical ruler and take his place. Lysandra's going to run in and try and hit him.
Go for it, Lysandra.
I'm going to roll both of my attacks at once. One of those is a 20, one of them's a 19.
20 hits.
Yes!
Okay, we know his armor class.
14 points of slashing damage as she cuts across and into him.
Yeah, you slash into the Shadow Lord, and it almost seems he greets your blade with ecstasy and not pain. Almost as if you're liberating him. And he says, there can only be one Lord of Shadows.
Is that gender neutral? Or...
Hey, this guy may be a dictator, but he's a bit of a slave.
yeah.
I still have a bonus action. Hold on. Fuck you, I'm gonna Hexblade curse him.
At the end of your turn, Lysandra, Lord Belial is going to use one of his legendary actions, Accosted Shadows. After being hit by a creature, spell, or effect, the shadows themselves retort towards the triggering creature. Lysandra, you must make a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw.
That's just mean.
Nah, you're just a fighter.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's mean. No, that's a 2.
Dear God.
Let's get all the bad rolls out now, please.
Fear overcomes you as you take 12 points of psychic damage. You have disadvantage on all attack rolls against Lord Belial until the end of your next turn.
That's okay.
Denny, you are up.
Can Denny try and make an Arcana check into the throne? Into like the glyphs and runes that are on his throne and see if they are in any way enhancing his power or if they're... What's going on? Hey, you got some glowing runes. I want to know. 21.
With a 21, and just for clarity, the glowing runes are on the portal contraption behind the throne, not necessarily the throne itself. And with that 21, you noticed as looking from underneath the lip of Lady Quilkin's pot, as Lysandra moves forward to engage with Belial, the portal itself starts to illuminate brighter.
Interesting.
Fuck.
And you remember what Lord Belial said about needing an anchor to activate the gate.
Denny is going to shout out to Lysandra. Lysandra, I know you're busy, but if you could maybe step away from your father, I think that would be really helpful for what we're trying to do, and it might fuck his shit up a bit too. I'm going to look to Belial and go, and then I'm going to use a first level spell to cast Goblin Ramsey, which is Denny's version of Cause Fear on Belial. Cause Fear, he just needs to make a Wisdom 17 saving throw.
So he rolls a 14,
Yeah, he fails.
but he is immune from being frightened.
Fuck.
Oh,
Okay.
But surely he doesn't know that and uses a legendary resistance.
He can choose to fail, and I choose that he does not. Sorry, I didn't want my Lord of Shadows to be frightened, but Goblin Ramsey.
He's not a scaredy cat.
be a scaredy cat by the end of
Trying
this.
to get through those things. Okay, then with Denny's bonus action, he's going to try and hide.
Go for it. Roll me a stealth check.
That's a 25.
You see Belial is fixated on his combat with Lysandra, and you are able to duck behind one of these crystal pillars. At the end of the round, that is Belial's lair action, and you see the portal begins to twist and shake. I need someone at the table to roll me a d4.
I'll roll it. 4.
4! You see this energy starts to crackle within, and a pulse wave emits from this portal in a bright white light. And everyone, including Belial, is healed for 9 points of damage.
Oh,
Ooh.
I have full health.
Same.
I needed that.
I've got 80 hit points.
At the top of the round, that is Belial. Lysandra, he looks straight to you. He's going to make 2 attacks with his Moonglaive. Does 18 hit?
No.
Ooh.
You see you are able to sidestep out of the way, even though you are discombobulated by his magic, and just stave off the glaive. You see, as you try and block it with your bone sword, it is cutting out chips of bone, and you start to see bone fragments and stuff fall at your floor. He's not holding back.
Oh shit.
With his final attack, with his multi-attack, he is going to cast Bane. Up to 3 creatures of Lord Belial's choice that he can see within range must make a DC 17 Charisma saving throw. I'll need all 4 of you to do that. Sorry? He can't see Denny, so it is Lysandra, Louis, and Fang.
Okay.
Alright.
Alrighty.
Thing fails.
Lysandra fails.
Louis fails.
Whenever you make an attack roll or a saving throw before this spell ends, you must roll a d4 and subtract the number rolled from the attack or saving throw. What a cute little first level spell. That is Belial's turn. Fang, you are up.
Thing is going to try and reconcentrate some of the light that he was summoning before and create a 20-foot cube of fairy fire behind, just hitting Belial, so that he's not hitting anyone else, and he has to make a dexterity saving throw.
He is an old man. 13.
That's a failure.
He's going to burn one of his legendary resistances and
Sweet.
choose to succeed.
That's okay, it was a first level spell. You're wasting all your strongest magic on my weakest magic, so can't wait to destroy you. And
Fang's just giving him a jerk off.
Yes. You're a tosser, and then Promi's going to fly and attack him as my bonus action. Does an 18 hit?
It does not.
No, his armor class is 20, fuck.
You see he bats aside Promi again and chuckles at you, Fang.
Can you stop being mean to my bird?
He says, as you taunt him, fire will always cast a shadow. Can you say you will always have the will to resist it? Louis, you are up.
Louis is feeling old. Feeling that Bane spell overcome her, she is going to immediately retort with a Bane spell of her own to attempt to suck away some of his power. I need a charisma saving throw DC 16, please.
Passes.
Shit. Never mind. And then with her bonus action is going to look over to Lysandra and just isn't going to say anything but just make eye contact and give her bardic inspiration.
Thank you.
And then as part of that is going to try to get the little gargoyle from where it is behind Belial to run back up and try to punch him in the nuts again.
Our little minions need to do better.
We need to do something. That is an 11?
Yeah, nah.
He's just running in between Belial's legs doing fucking nothing.
Lysandra, you are up. You have disadvantage and you are Bane.
I do have a question. Does the disadvantage carry over to her Echo's position?
No, because it is immune to all conditions.
So, given that's the case, she's going to move backwards while her Echo moves forward and take both attacks from her Echo's position.
Okay, he's going to use his reaction to opportunity to attack you.
Go for it.
That is a nat 20.
Fuck.
Silver bobs.
Come on, crit again. Nah, it's still gonna hit though.
Good
It's
though.
fine, it's not a crit.
That's all we need.
You take 5 points of necrotic damage and 9 points of cold damage.
Like the dark side of the moon.
Being hit on this opportunity attack, Lysandra's going to first use her Hellish Rebuke against him. I need a dexterity saving throw of 13.
Fails.
Nice.
Yeah. 18 points of fire damage.
Yeah, surely he wants to use a legendary resistance for that.
And then she's going to attack from her shadow's position. 27.
Hits.
12 plus 3 is 15 points of slashing damage. And then she's going to unleash Incarnation and attack one more time. 25.
Hits.
Yes.
Another 15 points slashing damage.
Nice.
Is that like 48 points of damage?
Yep.
Holy shit.
Fighters are so strong.
And yeah, Lysandra's just going to use all her movement listening to Denny and get as far away from him as possible.
Okay, he needs to roll concentration checks on Bane.
So 2, 3?
3. Yeah. Passes. 18 on the last one. Fuck. Damn it.
It's okay. We'll get it down.
When he is attacked by the shadow, he hasn't got a reaction, so he can't do shit. Oh wait, no, legendary action.
Well,
He's going to use a legendary action, and he's going to use his glaive on your shadow, Lysandra.
okie dokie.
16, that's going to hit.
Yep.
Your shadow has 1 hit point,
Yeah.
so it drops.
Okay.
Sweet. You see he dismisses your shadow, Lysandra.
That's okay.
Denny, it is your turn. You are hiding.
Yeah.
Denny is hiding. Alright, then from his hidden position, Denny is going to poke his little head out and his little crossbow out and is going to try and fire off a sneak attack. That's a 22.
Hits.
And that's going to do 9 points of piercing damage.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to have to make a concentration check on that Bane. And then with his bonus action, then he's going to hide again.
Yeah.
Roll a stealth check.
Stealth check is a 10.
I don't think Belial's passive perception is 18, so no, he knows where you are.
Okay. And before my turn is over, can I just, perception or arcana to see if Lysandra moving away from Belial has affected the portal in any way?
Make an arcana check for me.
15.
The portal is definitely reacting to the presence of Lysandra here. Whether it's here in the throne room or right next to it, it might not matter.
Okay.
At the end of the round, that is the lair action again. I need a d4, please.
That's a 3.
That's a 3. There is a pulse of black energy from the portal. Everyone takes 16 points of necrotic damage.
Ouch.
Louis is immune to necrotic damage.
And Feng is resistant.
Correct.
At the top of the order, that is Belial. He is going to step forward, Lysandra, and take all 3 of his Moonglaive attacks against you.
Jesus. Talk about a vendetta.
So he's going to move 30 feet towards me? Cool.
And so he's up in the mix with everyone else
Yeah.
now. Okay, 19.
Just hits.
That's only one is going to hit then.
Yes.
I am going to need a DC 15 Constitution saving throw.
That I can do for you.
Come on, come on.
I might not be able to do it for you, because it's going to be less than a 10.
You take 10 points of slashing damage and 9 points of radiant damage, Lysandra. And with that failed Constitution saving throw, you are now blinded until the end of your next turn.
It's always you and being blinded.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Back to the start.
I'm looking very hurt.
You see this glaive is wickedly sharp, and at some points it's both casting light, and at other points it is absorbing it. That is Belial's turn. Actually, no, it's not. He's going to use his bonus action, Aura of the Lost Demigod. One creature within 60 feet of the Shadow Lord that he can see must make a DC 15 Dexterity saving throw. He's going to pick you, Denny.
Alright. Dexterity saving throw. 22.
Nice.
You pass, and nothing happens.
Good.
Then you are up.
Just a quick question, is he holding his glaive in his hands?
No.
How's he using it to attack then?
I described it's basically moving of its own accord around
So
him.
I just wanted to check. Thing is going to use his bonus action first to turn invisible with Hidden Step, and then use an action to cast a first level Cure Wounds on Lysandra. I'm only doing this so that he can't counterspell me. And I also, because Promi is summoned, I get to up this by a d8 of healing. And that is 14 points of healing to you, Lysandra.
You're amazing thing.
And that is my turn.
Above the table, why can't he counterspell that?
You have to see the person to counterspell them.
Yeah.
So why can't they see? Isn't he?
Hidden Step.
Oh, fucking right. Yeah. No, I gotcha. I'm with you now. Sorry, I was misunderstanding. I thought you were saying that you were using Cure Wounds, and I was like, wait, can you not counterspell touch spells or something?
No, it's a very secret thing with Hidden Step. The wording for like normal invisibility spells is whenever you cast a spell, you become visible. But Hidden Step, you only become visible when someone makes a saving throw or you make a damaging spell. So healing, like it's a really good way to not have your healing spells counted.
Sure.
Louis, you are up.
If I did a 15-foot cone, can I aim it at him in a way that is not going to hit anyone else?
You have to run right up to him.
I will do that.
Go for it.
Okay. I need him to please make a dexterity saving throw.
He adds nothing to Dex, but it's a 16.
DC was 16.
Meets it, beats it.
So I'm casting spray of cards. You spray a 15-foot cone of spectral cards. Each creature in that area must make a dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, the creature takes 2d10 force damage and has the blinded condition until the end of its next turn. On a successful save, a creature takes half as much damage only. That is 11 points of slashing damage, half to 5.
You roll concentration. Yeah, he passes.
Oh, God, this man's constitution.
I'm then going to use my bonus action to look out to Fang. And same thing as Lysandra, just not saying a word, probably unable to speak at the moment with the flurry of revelations that are happening. Is just going to make eye contact with him and give him a bardic inspiration. And then it's going to try to get the little gargoyle to punch the guy in the nuts. God damn it, come on. It's an 18.
That misses.
Grazes him shortly.
He's going to use one of his legendary actions after you targeted him with the spell to hit you with the Moonglaive.
Okay.
Like father, like daughter, Belial crits on a 19 and 20 with his glaive.
I thought you were going to say rolls on that one. I was so sure that's where that was going.
That's even more devastating.
Yes.
You take 18 points of radiant damage and 23 points of slashing damage. I rolled a 6 and a 6 and a 6 on the 4d4. And then a 5.
6 on the
You rolled 3
No.
Holy shit. This guy's not to be messed with, guys. He's rolling 6s on D4s.
This guy breaks the game.
Fucking hell.
I rolled 3 6s on the d6s.
Woof. And you all now have a bardic to use.
Yeah.
Lysandra, you are up. You are blinded and baned.
So for Lysandra's action, she's going to cast Armor of Agathes on herself. So she gets 10 temporary hit points, and every time he hits with a melee attack, while I have the hit points, he takes 10 cold damage. And then, bonus action, she's going to use Second Wind for an extra 8 hit points.
At the end of your turn, Lysandra, you are no longer blinded.
Sweet.
Thank God.
Tactical move.
Yeah.
Denny, you are up.
Okay. Denny is going to move to a position where he has like a direct line of sight on Belial and like no one is standing in his way, and is going to cast Denny's Caustic Brew on Belial. So a stream of acid is just going to shoot at him. He needs to make a dexterity saving throw or be covered in acid for the spell's duration.
Fails.
Excellent. He takes 2d4 acid damage at the start of each of his turns.
Ow.
Nice.
Awesome. Then with Denny's bonus action, he is going to... Yeah, sure, he'll give it a crack. He's going to call out to Lysandra and say, Odo up!
Yes, chef.
Brilliant. Healing word, you get 1d4 plus 10 HP back. You get 14 hit points back.
Amazing.
Beautiful. We've got this, team. We've got this.
And then with the rest of his movement, would like to get as close as he can to the portal.
Okay, go for it. You are not in anyone's threatened area, so you are able to do that. At the end of the round, I need another d4 for the lair action, please.
I've got this one.
Come on, Fing.
That's a 2.
Everyone takes 8 points of necrotic damage, except for those who are immune and resistant.
Just checking, does Belial also take that damage and have to make a concentration check on Bane?
Surprisingly enough, Belial is also immune to necrotic damage.
I thought so, I just wanted to check.
Speaking of which, there's the top of the turn, and that is Belial. He is mad.
He needs to take 2d4 acid damage unless he wants to use his action to wash the acid off.
He does not care about 2d4 acid at the moment.
And he'll be making a concentration check, please.
I think 13 does it.
I don't know, like how do you measure a concentration check?
It's 10.
10 or half the damage, whichever's higher.
So he passed.
Just.
He is sick of everyone's pets. He's going to unleash 3 of his shadow bolts. 2 at the imp and 1 at Promi.
That's fine. Promy's a buff boy.
Which imp?
My imp. Gargoyle.
Oh, Gargoyle.
Oh, yeah, right, gotcha. I thought that we had someone else with us, like...
Yeah, we've just got lots of creatures.
He joined us at the Stinky Pit and we've just not thought about it since.
We haven't even summoned the griffin yet.
True.
Does Promi share your AC?
No, Promy's got an AC of 13.
Oh, okay. And what's the imp's AC?
16.
Oh my god.
It's got more AC than me.
Tough little boy.
That's going to be 1 hit on each of them. Promi takes 8 points of necrotic damage and 3 points of cold damage. I rolled another 5 on the other one, so your gargoyle takes 14 points of radiant damage and 11 points of cold damage.
If he was jumping up and down angry before, the gargoyle is not looking happy.
Then you are up.
Thing reappears at the start of his turn. I think we just need to try and get some more damage onto Belial. So I am going to, continuing this manipulation of light instead of flame for the first time, Thing is going to stick his hand out, channel the Staff of Living Dawn in his hand as it reverberates, and you see that the small particles of light start to appear around Belial, and I'm going to cast a 3rd level moonbeam in his position, so he has to make a Constitution saving throw.
Not very constitution-y. That's a 7.
That is a failure.
He's going to burn one of his legendary resistances and choose to pass.
That's so fine. He still takes half damage, which is going to be 3d10. Fuck yeah.
Awesome.
18. 25 radiant, halved to 12. That's my action. As a bonus action, I am going to get Promi. Because of Belial's size category, Promi can safely attack without flying into the moonbeam. So Promi is going to let out an attack. Fuck me, that's a 13.
Misses.
That's my turn.
Louis.
I think seeing everything that's happening and realizing that she's not incredibly impactful at the moment, I think Louis figures the best thing that she can do at the moment is some introspection and try to work out if there is any way that she can stop this flow of power to him, to try to nullify anything that he's doing, try to stop whatever she has done, and so wants to try and lock onto whatever thread that she is holding. If she can fray it, if she can pull it out of whatever tapestry that she has created, she wants to find that loose thread, or try to.
Insight check, please.
Okay. That is an 18.
You are reeling in your head, Louis, about what you know. You were the saviour to the people of Hermitage, a voice for the voiceless and downtrodden. Countless people you had mentored had come and gone, and who would replace you when you're gone? who was worthy to carry the mantle? None, really, in your eyes. And so while Susanna had comforted you, talked with you, and attempted to make peace with your impending deaths in your old age, part of you realizes if it was just your will that stopped you from letting go. And so your own magic may have preserved you, creation magic wrapping a vessel around your soul and hopefully Susanna, but as a spellcaster you know that the soul must be willing to return. As you take your action, Belial looks at you intricately and says, "Ah, my dear lady, I owe you so much. You trapped them all. Susanna, Quigwellen, every other lost soul on the material plane for quite some time now. All of this was made possible by your hand. Did you not realize? Did you not see? Well, of course not. How could one who defies the cycle of life see beyond their own hubris?" You still have a bonus action.
Yeah. I think not fully conscious of anything she's doing, that part of her, that will that she is now recognizing, is still wanting to fight, even though she's now starting to think about how to stop that. But something in her still commands her little gargoyle to keep moving. And so he is going to try and force empowered slam.
The little gargoyle that could, baby.
Our summons have to hit at some point. Come on.
Please.
Nat 20, here we go.
It's a natural one!
Amber, I don't think you're allowed to talk anymore.
And it's not me, so I can't use lucky.
Fuck.
Just wild swing and a miss.
Yeah.
I think that honestly just speaks to her devastation. No matter what she's doing, she's still fighting against herself, so yeah.
Lysandra, you are up, you're no longer blinded, you are still baned, however.
And there's no save for Bane? I'm just baned.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It's a good spell when PCs have it, and now the DM has it.
That's okay. Can I try and roll to drink that advantage potion for my bonus action?
Yes, you can.
What roll do I make?
It is a DC 12 Constitution saving throw.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. 22.
You gain the benefits of the potion of advantage.
She's then going to go and attack her dad. First one will be with advantage. 27 to hit.
He uses his 3 times a day arcane defense to increase his AC to +5, and you bypass the shield.
No.
She still has to reduce Bane from that.
Oh,
That with Bane is 24.
that does not hit.
Damn.
That's okay. I still have my second attack, which misses. And that's going to end my turn.
Denny, you are up.
This might be a bit shenanigan-y, but I want to pitch something to you. If you like it, you can take it. If you don't, sit right back. If I were to use my action, could I try and fuck with this portal? Some sort of arcane, tech, artificery kind of thing.
Of course, I'll let you. This thing is like blowing loads of necrotic energy into this room. So I think that is up to you, really. If you want to try and mess with it, I will say if this is a contraption that Belial has been working on for centuries, how much you're able to do in 6 seconds, I don't know.
All right. Denny is then... Screw it, rinse and repeat. Denny is going to fire off his extra hot sauce at Belial. Try and do a little bit more damage. It's not going to do it. That's a 17. And Denny is going to use his Fortune of the Many feature to bump his attack roll up by 3 to 20.
He still has his arcane defense up.
Well, oh yeah. Oh, hold on. Emerson's a little bitch. There's a little note in here. No, that's fair enough.
We've got Bardic.
Oh, I do have Bardic.
Bardic, yeah.
It's a 5.
That hits.
25. Okay.
I also need him to make a Constitution saving throw with with the use of Bardic. DC 16.
15.
He is going to take 5 points of thunder damage.
Okay.
which will be its own separate concentration throw, sure.
No, it'll just be all up.
Aye. 23 points of fire damage.
Nice.
15, I'm so sorry.
Right.
But you bypassed his shield.
Yeah. And then with his bonus action, he's going to try and hide again behind the throne thing.
Yeah, give me a stealth check.
17.
17. Passive perception is 18, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm honestly fine if he wants to try and hit me.
Okay. I need a d4 for the lair action.
2.
Everyone takes 7 points of necrotic damage as the portal continues to power up.
Thing will make a concentration check on Moonbeam. That's a success.
Okay, Belial is going to, on his turn, take the 2d4 of the acid.
He also needs to make a con save for Moonbeam.
He's going to move out of the moonbeam too, but still make the con save. 15.
That's a failure.
Ow. Ow.
Look at you.
What are you going to do, DM?
Nothing.
19 points of radiant damage.
Oh!
Ooh, ouchie. Ow, ow, ow.
Also, there is actually a little bit of a caveat here that I want to read out because I have no idea if this actually is Belial. A shape changer makes its saving throw with disadvantage. If it fails, it instantly reverts to its original form and can't assume a different form until it leaves the spell's light.
Very cool. I did say it was an arcane projection, not his actual form.
I just wanted to check.
Can you imagine if that had gotten him?
But imagine it was like Yellen or Holly or something like that.
2d4 acid, please.
Yeah, he's done that.
Done.
Has he done both the concentration checks?
Yes.
Okay. And he passed them both?
Yeah, 15 passed. No,
19, so you just have to make a 10 on the
Yep.
con save.
Belial passes both of his concentration checks.
This guy, he locks in.
I know.
He's fucking on it.
Denny, he saw you over near the portal, which gives him a moment of pause. He is going to run after you.
Opportunity attack.
Yes, from both Louis and Lysandra, if you want.
Yes, please.
The minions get opportunity attacked?
Does Promi get an opportunity attack?
Got a reaction.
Yep.
So, how many is that? Is that 1?
4.
Yeah, 4.
I'm going to use a bardic.
I can't believe it, but Promi finally hit. With a 27.
22 to hit.
Neither Louis or the gargoyle hit.
Damn.
Not shocking from Louis.
No. She has pulled out her sword and just kind of overbalanced.
Yeah.
Okay.
Promi does 6 fire damage.
Lysandra does 8 slashing damage.
He fails his concentration check. Bane
Yes.
goes down.
Perfect.
Thank God.
You see, he does not care though as he struggles to you, Denny, and says, the cook. My dear Lysandra was so distraught after the loss of her first little friend, and while Hobgoblin makes for poor company to the heiress of Shadow, it beats the filthy whimsy of the fairies, and you see he reaches out to you and is going to cast a 3rd level vampiric touch on you, Denny.
Is that a attack roll or a dexterity saving? Or some sort of saving throw?
He just makes a melee spell attack against you.
Sweet.
It's a 19 on the die.
Danny's going to cast Blocking Walk.
A 19 on the dice,
Oh,
sorry.
shit, sorry.
Plus, so 27.
Yeah, never mind.
Don't waste it.
10 points of necrotic damage to you, Denny. And you see he starts to absorb some of that damage into himself to heal himself.
What a bitch.
As he casts that as a third level spell, however, he still has 2 attacks in his multi-attack, and he is going to summon his moon glaive to attack you. Does an 18 hit?
It does hit, then he's going to cast his Blocking Walk to add 5 to his AC.
This time it'll work.
So 1 is going to hit then.
It's alright.
You take 12 points of slashing damage and 12 points of radiant damage as I rolled a max on the 2d6 and the d12.
Okay. He doesn't add anything? Never mind.
Sorry, you're absolutely right, Dan. Thank you so much.
So sorry.
Oh, actually, no, he doesn't. because you now must make a Constitution saving throw.
Certainly. That's a 17.
Beats it. Nothing happens.
God.
Nice.
Whew. Okay, now Denny has to make 2 concentration saving throws for his caustic brew. He's not going to pass it. Drops immediately. The acid falls off of Belial's ass.
That is the end of Belial's turn. Thing, you're up.
Okay, I think Denny is totally onto something with this portal. Do I get the sense that I would be able to dispel magic it?
Like what Denny understood, a dispel magic might weaken it, but it probably won't weaken Belial. And you come to the sense that Belial only said he was strong enough to manipulate the planes when Louis stopped the flow of souls in the Great Cycle.
You need to kill me.
Oh, I don't think any of us would do that, though.
No, but I'm saying is the portal is done and dusted. If you're trying to beat Belial here...
I don't want anyone else... I don't want that portal to open, get bigger, to be able to bring people like Charity or Yellen here.
You can try.
Okay, Feng is going to use his bonus action to go invisible with Hidden Step. He is then going to use his action to cast Dispel Magic, and he's going to use his Potion of Advantage to have advantage on this Wisdom check. He is also going to use the Bardic.
What level of Dispel Magic?
3rd level.
Oh, okay.
That is a 25.
Thing, you shoot out your flames at this portal. You see they start to intermingle with the glyphs and they start to shift and focus. You have counteracted the lair action of this portal now, but it still seems perfectly functional. It's almost as if you just calmed it down or maybe refined the process of what was happening.
Sure. That's my turn.
Louis.
With the revelation of about a minute ago, Louis is trying to work out how to not be selfish in the fact that she's not helping, but is also trying to work out a way that they can take any amount of anything away from Belial and his prowess. Is there any way that she can look within herself or find something to, like, find a thread to stop the flow of, like, to break some kind of thing within this soul net, within this weave that she's created?
Give me an insight check, Louis.
I'm going to use my Potion of Advantage on this roll. It's a 17.
Louis, you may have come to realize this truth, or at least suspect it, or perhaps the vessel of your body is simply shielding you from the knowledge so that it can continue in this world. One thing is undeniable. The same magic you utilize enabled Belial to create an anchor to Nua. And while there might not be much you can do about the anchor now that it exists, it occurs to you that only you have the power to return the souls to the cycle, including your own.
Louis is going to look out at her fellow Wellspringers who she's travelled so far with and has had so much happen with, and cannot in this moment help but feel at least a little responsible for the stakes of this moment. Wants to look over to Denny, who she had so much fear about bringing into this party in the first place for the consequences of what adventuring could bring, of the harm that she has potentially brought to him. Wants to just look over and make eye contact, giving him a bardic inspiration, and is going to let go.
For a moment, the shouts and crackles of magic disappear and are replaced by soothing silence. Opening your eyes, you see once again a sea of stars flitting through the night, souls bound listlessly to limbo. Now, Louis, in understanding the true capacity of your soul tuning, you hear her once again. Come, my love, you have done enough. You are enough. Put the trust others bestowed in you to those that will come after. Life is valuable because it is limited. Do not condemn yourself to the eons to walk alone. Come home. and before you can respond, your vision blurs and you return to the battle in a rush of air and the flitting of dragonfly wings. This is how this is going to work. Considering Louis has restored the soul cycle, you see Belial doubles over. He is removed of all his immunities and legendary resistances.
Oh, now he is.
This, however, is also calling Louis' soul to return. You must make a raw constitution saving throw. You cannot be assisted or granted advantage each round to maintain your soul on this plane. The DC starts at 2 and it increases by 2 every round.
Watch her roll in that
Don't.
immediately.
No, we got that out earlier. Okay.
Lysandra, this is now your turn.
Okay.
Oh my
I
gosh.
felt that we did get that out earlier, and then you tempted fate again by saying that it
No,
was
it's fine.
done.
It's fine. It's fine. Lysandra's going to run over to her dad, yelling out to him, "Come on, pick on someone your own size and your own power," and is going to use her special action to action surge and roll 4 attacks.
Yes, Lysandra.
Come on.
I'm going to roll them all at once.
How did you not crit once?
Right? I know, that just feels unfair.
You crit on a 19 and 20, and you
I
haven't...
haven't crit this entire fucking time. Anyways, that's a 20 and a 27.
They both hit. He still has his arcane defense though, so he's going to
It's been
throw.
his turn.
Huh?
It's been his turn since he cast it.
He can activate it again.
Yeah.
But the way you said it makes it sound like he has had it up this whole time.
Oh, sorry. Yes. Well, it stops on the start of his turn, so
He's going to
He
cast
can
it
use a
again.
reaction to recast.
Yes. So he's going to use his reaction to use his second arcane defense. So only one of those are going to hit.
That's okay.
But you see, Lysandra, he is like, it's not he's throwing it up because he's batting you away. He's throwing it up because you are coming at him with everything.
16 points of slashing damage as she is throwing everything at him. Really trying to.
You see he staggers back as your bone sword cleaves into his tunic and tears it to the side.
She's then going to use her bonus action and cast Hex on him. I'm going to give him disadvantage on strength checks. Why not? In case Lysandra wants to grapple him.
Nice.
Great. Denny, you are up.
Denny has been waiting to use this for a very long time.
Oh no.
Denny is going to pull out a little canister,
Oh no.
Oh no.
a little blowgun, and is going to screw it into each other like, you just had to get within hitting distance of me. You just had to get within hitting distance. And he's going to use his butane blowtorch to try and burn this guy, just burning hands.
Hey, I've cast that spell before. Good job, Denny.
It's a dex save.
He rolls a 9, so he fails.
Excellent. That's 3d6 fire damage. 11 points of fire damage.
You see blood starts to trickle from Belial's mouth, but he doesn't seem that concerned.
Denny, using his cunning action, is now going to disengage and haul ass to Louis because he thinks he can help her.
Denny, that is your turn. That would be Belial's lair action, but you have calmed down that, and he is without his power.
Nice.
At the start of the turn, it is him. Lysandra is there. Are you still invisible, Fang?
No.
No? He is going to turn and fire off 3 shadow bolts at you.
At me?
Yes.
Okay.
So 2 hit.
Can I have the numbers, please? Oh, actually, Thing is going to cast Shield, so his AC goes up to 24.
1 misses. So only 1 hits with that shield thing.
Okay.
As this wall of fire literally swallows these shadow bolts whole.
Yeah, it expands from his armor.
You take 8 points of necrotic damage and 11 points of cold damage. You see the Shadow Lord is looking desperate now.
That's fine.
It is now your turn, Fang.
Sweet. Feng is going to use a bonus action to cast a spell that he's never cast before and try and mix the 2 powers that Denny and Lysandra have just used and gone, hey, I got a free hand, and then he's going to click his fingers and cast Flame Blade as this 10-foot long, almost like wreath of fire starts to circle around his hand and extends into a scimitar, and he's going to run up and attack Belial with it. That misses with an 18. And that's my turn.
Louis,
Hi.
DC 2 Constitution saving throw. You feel sick.
That's not funny.
Nat 20. You stave it off for this round. Well done.
What a waste.
Surely she comes back to life.
Surely, does that leave the DC at 2 for a round?
Nope. I literally said it cannot be hit, advantaged, or assisted in any way. That is a pass. Well done. You have your entire action economy.
Thank you.
What a wasted 20 minutes. I know, it's just
Hey, it could have been a nat 1, but I kept my mouth shut and look what happened.
You famously didn't.
She was just about to shut up. What are you doing?
Louis is going to look at Lord Belial and see his desperation. And I don't think she can speak at the moment. I think she's kind of putting most of her effort into standing up, once again, sort of leaning on the sword that she's got at her side, and is just going to reach out with a shaky hand and cast Shatter at a second level, which is a 10-foot radius sphere, and we said that he was size large with his glaive, so it's only going to hit him.
Sweet.
I need a Constitution save DC 16.
Would it hit the glaive?
Does the glaive have hit points?
No, it's a construct.
I'm talking more of size range.
Rolls a 17 on the dice, so he would take half damage.
Silvery barbs.
He will re-roll.
And with that silvery barbs, I will look over to Denny, who I just gave the bardic inspiration to and who ran over to me, and I'm going to give the advantage to him.
That's a 5. He fails.
Nice.
Yeah! That is 13 points of thunder damage.
Is he made of stone? Does he crumble?
No, he is not made of. No, he is not made of stone, but he is very incredibly hurt.
Okay.
With her bonus action, she's going to look over to Fang and just say, "You're going to do so good, kiddo." He's going to give him a bardic and command her dancing item, so the little gargoyle that's still doing a little angry jig, to try and punch this fucking guy in the nuts.
Holy shit, if this kills him.
He deserves it.
Yeah, so his AC is still 25 from the arcane defense.
Big crit, I can feel it. I feel a big crit coming on.
It's a +8, so I need, what, 17 or higher?
Yeah.
Nope.
Damn.
Does not hit.
No one kill this guy.
Yeah.
He bats the gargoyle to the side. He looks to you, Lysandra, and says, "I may be an old man, but I am still the Lord of Shadow. And so, only one weapon is imbued with the power to kill me." And you feel the bone sword in your grasp.
If you want this to be over, Father, let me finish it for you. And she's going to make her 2 attacks on him, trying to bring him peace.
You see he drops his arcane shield.
I rolled in that one and a 5.
Those do not hit. Denny, you are up.
Denny hears what Belial was saying about how only one weapon could kill him. He's pretty sure that he's talking about the butane blowtorch, but against his better instincts. No, Denny can't grapple him. Denny
He
is...
does have disadvantage on strength checks.
He does. You can try. Ankle by them, just like...
Okay, DM. Shenanigans. I want to pitch it to you. I will use my action. I will use my bonus action to make a grapple check, but it's a combined grapple check by me and Pud to give me advantage.
Pud can give you the help action if you tag team Belial.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's give it a crack.
Funny as.
If this works out, I'm going to feel so good about myself. It's a 17 with my -1 strength.
That's pretty good. A dirty 20, unfortunately.
The disadvantage?
Oh, disadvantage!
Because of Lysandra.
Sorry, with disadvantage, that bastard rolled a 2.
Yes! Oh, Denny feels so strong.
Excellent, Denny. You absolutely grapple him.
Yeah, I get one arm and Pud gets the other arm, and we're just like, holy shit, are we incredibly strong now?
Did you eat an alchemy egg?
It would have done charisma.
It is Belial's turn. He has none of his legendary resistances left, but he is still, at the end of the day, a shadow sorcerer. He is desperate, and he is going to cast a 6th level Circle of Death. A sphere of negative energy ripples out in a 60-foot radius sphere from a point within range. He's doing it on himself. Each creature in that area must make a DC 17 Constitution saving throw.
Are we all there?
Yep.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Thing failed.
Lysandra failed.
Louis fails.
Denny failed.
Everyone takes 30 points of necrotic damage as this wave splashes out.
Halved for Thing, thank God.
Lysandra is looking low, but okay.
Denny drops.
Denny drops, the grapple is over.
Thing has to roll a concentration check on Flameblade. That's a success.
Lysandra has to roll one on Hex. Success.
Okay, you both succeed. You see Belial takes this damage too, and he falls to the floor. You see that the glaive next to him just clangs to the ground, lifeless, and he looks up to you, Lysandra. Thing, do you want to do anything on your turn?
Thing's going to cast a 1st level Cure Wounds on Denny. 12 points of healing.
Denny, you are popped back up.
And Thing will also, as a bonus action, drink the potion of healing from Denny. 9 points of healing for myself. Thank you very much.
Louis, I need a Constitution saving throw, DC 4.
It's a 6.
That passes. You have your full turn.
Louis is going to move over to Denny and is doing a touch spell, so amongst as everything kind of quietens down for a second, she sees him pop back up and is just going to move over and hug him and cast a 3rd level Cure Wounds to bring back some hit points. And it's just going to say, I'm sorry, kiddo, I'm so fucking sorry. There's 16 points of healing.
Thank you. What are you sorry about? I'm good. I think I was unconscious for like 10 seconds.
Not even.
Yeah.
Lysandra, it is your turn. You are standing over the form of your father.
He's prone?
Yes, yeah. That's
He's down. He's waiting for you to kill him.
Hey,
He's your dad.
hey, with how unlucky I've been, I need all the luck I can get, alright? 27?
Hits.
Obviously.
With how unlucky I've been. 27.
15 points of slashing damage.
As the blade plunges into Belial, he gasps and smiles before slumping to the floor. Just a man, after all. Lysandra, you suddenly feel nauseous as the shadows around the room begin to dance and whisper in delight. They warp and wrap themselves around you, and you feel yourself imbued with the strength of your birthright. You feel your form grow in size. You are now size large. Your horns, previously slipped back, now double in size and point forwards, pronounced and proud. And you also inherit one of your father's abilities, Aura of the Lost Demigod. Using your bonus action, one creature within 60 feet of you that you can see must succeed on a DC 15 dexterity saving throw, or be harassed by tendrils of shadow designed to impede the target. On a failed save, you are granted advantage on the next attack against the creature, and you also add an additional 2d6 necrotic damage.
Jesus.
Whoa!
If the target succeeds on the throw, the aura has no effect.
As she goes and pierces the sword into him, she's just going to say to him, I'm so sorry, but if this is my birthright, I have to change things. For the good of the people and the good of the world.
The portal begins crackling to life. Now that the anchor is secured, black bolts of arcane energy shoot into the center, creating a portal that yawns open to the expanse. The portal becomes opaque, then clear, and almost as if dropping in from a great height, you see the snow-tipped mountain of Bien Tiorum, the city of High Elves and the historical site where the Fae first entered to create Nua. Then, the image blurs, shakes, as if encountering some kind of interference. The portal fades to black and is suddenly replaced by a more familiar sight to most of you. A large circular stone basin bathed in the light of the moons, sloping smoothly to the centre. The ground supports a colossal carved stone circlet upended and resting. It appears you are peering through the moon gate of the Apani in Sidewinder Canyon. But you are not alone. Placed deliberately throughout the outer rings, you see stone statues, intricately carved and articulated in positions of despair and pain. The stone itself seems to be veined in a silvery white metallic substance, europium. It is then you realise that these are not statues at all, but people. And when you spy the forms of Salmon and Bathilda, it becomes clear that this is the fate Yellen gave to the Circle of Stone. Poetically terrifying. Moving through the stone sentinels, you see 3 figures. The Mother Yellen, devotee to the Lady of Rain and Jarl of Lalodrud, dressed in a silk tunic, with white gold epaulets and an intricate shirt of mail. A leather bandolier of vials filled with glowing liquids is strung around her shoulders. Her hair is tied back and her expression is of mixed resolve and vindication. Flanking her on either side, you see 2 blood ravens identified by their covered eyes. They too sport the lilac blue and pale browns of the desert. Their long, wickedly sharp sides glint in the moonlight. Yellen stops short of the portal, smiling through at the Wellspringers. Well, are you coming through, or do I have to descend into the shadows once again to claim my prize? And that is where we will end our session.
We don't have the power to fight again.
Yes, you do.
We really don't.
I don't have anything left.
Is there any chance Yellen's partial to a sandwich?
Do we get an order?
Could this all be avoided?
With a sandwich.
Make sandwich, not war.
Well done, everyone. You defeated the Shadow Lord Belial. Yay!
Why does it feel so hollow?
I know.
Selfless plug for today.
I've got one. When this airs, we in Australia will be, within a month of the federal election. And I just wanted to shout out IRV systems, which is instant runoff voting systems. We also call it preferential voting systems. Basically, in Australia, when we go to vote, we get given a ballot with all the candidates on it, and then we rank the candidates in order of our preference for who we would like to be in charge. This is a really good system, in my opinion, because it means that people can actually vote for people who they actually care for, and not just like the most powerful 2 parties in the country, which will probably end up being the people in charge. But it's not a thing where, like in the States, if you were to, and not that I'd ever condone it, but if you in 2020 were to cast a vote for Kanye, that one wouldn't have counted because he didn't end up sort of being in the race. But that's not how we do it in Australia. So just Australians, remember when you're voting, make sure that you're ranking those 2 parties, Labor and Liberal, in the order that you prefer them in. But above that, you can rank whichever candidate you want in anything. Don't let either major party tell you that a vote against them is a vote for Labor or a vote against them is a vote for Liberal. That's not how it fucking works here. They will lie to you, I promise.
In Australia, there is, and I'm sure in the US as well, there are no laws prohibiting political parties from lying during a political campaign. So there you go. Beware.
Growing up, I was always told, never waste your vote by voting for someone else. And I was like, that's not actually how that works.
No, that's very much propaganda.
And so many people think that they can't vote for those, teal parties or those independent parties because they think that their vote's not going to count, which is just not true.
Simply not the case.
All right. Thank you so much. As always, to our dedicated audience, don't forget to follow us on our socials at Down Under Dungeon Pod or from our Linktree. Join our Discord for even more discussion and conversation, and make sure to tag us in any of your fan art. You can always reach us at downunderdungeonpod@gmail.com. As always, if you're feeling generous, leave us a 5-star rating on both Apple Podcasts and Spotify, and we will see you next week.
See you then.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.